You can see the difference already from that to that. Like me, you need a good oiling. Two similarities between me and the wood. One, we get dirty easily, and two, we absorb the oil like that. It just absolutely, I absorb oil like no business. I'm that porous, I'm like this piece of wood.
We'll save that for wine on a Friday night. Anyhow,
very good.
Right, okay.
I like a good oil up.
After Friday night wine?
After Friday night wine, preferably.
I'm behind the camera for a second here. I'm on my own today. Michelle's on a bit of an errand. So, I sent for this today. I've got a little job to do in the house. I've got to sand down a load of surfaces in the kitchen. So, a little bit of an unboxing job here. It's a budget Titan. In fact, I've not even took the seal off it yet, look. So, just bear with me a sec. I told you you'd get a bit of everything on this channel. We do all sorts. Like I say, it's a family channel, so just join in. I'm sure you've all had jobs like this to do. And if you want to watch us do them, or don't watch us do them, whichever the case may be. So, that's all we've got here. So it's a Titan TTB888SDR. It's a budget orbital sander. I'm not going to need that. Let's throw that away. Let's see what we've got here now. Looks nice and heavy. Nice handle. Over there. A proper plug. And also got some twisty all this. Sock it over there. It's got a dust bag with it as well, look. Charge your battery up. That's handy for another one, isn't there? So in it come the unit with a plug on. These ones here are the ones I've already got. It's come with one sanding disc. What's that? Yeah, it's got a sanding disc. It's got a, oh, I know what that is. That's a, so that just pushes into there, then turn it clockwise. It's got a little seal on it. It'll lock in like that. What you do with that, once you push that in there, you put your hoover on that, then the dust goes into your hoover or whatever you've got. We're not using that. This bit's the bag for it, that's the bit I'll be using. Just push that on again, and it's a bit of a faff, but there you go, locks in place. And then as you're sanding it, all the bits go in the bag, then you just empty the bag. So that's that. Now I'll have to plug it in now, see if it works. There we go, I'll just put it down here. It's only a short little video this, just showing you things that we sort of like do. I'll put the one on that they've brought. You just stick on, if you look, that just sticks on there. Like what you try and do is what people don't do. See these holes here? These holes are to allow the dust, yeah, to get out and for to breathe. So try and match them up. Otherwise, if you block them off, all your dust that you're sucking up can't get out into this bag and it clogs it up more. So just try and see the holes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These ones I've got are the wrong ones. So I'll probably buy myself some more of them. And that's just going to stick on there now. Line the holes up over the holes like that. That'll do you. And hopefully, here we go. There's a, so it's got a speed on it. That, if you can see, it's got max there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Depending on what you want, we'll have it on max for now. See what's happening. And then somewhere on here will be a button. I just can't quite. Oh, there it is. So the button's on the front here. So we switch that on now. Sorry if that's a bit noisy, and as you can see, I'm going to sand things down with it. I've got some worktops to do in the kitchen today, which are a bit of a mess. So when I'm doing them, I'll probably video that as well while Michelle's away. She's back this afternoon. So it's a bit of a DIY day today. We've got some 80 and 120 grit orbital sanding pads and some wood filler. This stuff goes off in 30 minutes and it's good for indoors, outdoors. So certainly on a work surface, a kitchen work surface, get a little bit of water in there, it's not going to make any difference. It's to fill them cracks in. I'll show you here actually. So you look at that, there's some big cracks on that there. And up here as well. See that? And that's just where you get a lot of water, etc. But yeah, so that's what we'll be putting it in with that. And we'll show you, so that's the before, and hopefully we'll show you the after. There we go, it's got it now. There we go. I'll get this lid off, take some doing. There you go. So, how deep that lid is. Just state of that, what you had to do to that. Good state of it. Take some getting off. And you don't suppose it'll leak, will it? So here we go. In the kit, that's the lid obviously. There you go. Wood filler. Mixer. Hardener. We'll get a piece of cardboard now and we'll mix it up to the right ratios and see how we go on. Right, I'd say that's about a golf ball size amount. Don't have to be perfect. And then in here, if I don't get it all over my hands, we'll try and get some, put some of this out next to it. It's about a pea in it. It's about the size of a pea, I'd say. Right, let's get mixing. Should be wearing gloves really, but as Michelle says, I'm a naughty boy. I'm a naughty boy apparently. There you go, let's put that over there. Make a right mess. So let's go. Just keep working it in, that's all you've got to do with this stuff. So it all disappears. Get 30 minutes so it hardens off, so I'd say you've got about 10 minutes to work with it. We don't actually need that much to be honest with you, but this is overkill this. There we go. We'll call that mixed for what it is. Definitely for what it is. That'll do us. Right, let's get this little bit of garbage in here now. Just squeeze it in. All you do. I won't worry about a colour match because by the time you've sanded this down, squeeze it in the gap. There's that many marks on this. It's not going to make a difference. A little bit of a tale about this. When we've had a little bit of bad news over the years, like most people have. And there's little things once your parents pass away. Little things that stick with you. So when I go down to my mum and dad's old house, which my sister now lives in, my delightful sister, I'm sure you'll see her at some point. Excuse me a sec. Yeah, so, but there's things when I go round to my sister's house, which was my mum and dad's house, where we all grew up. There's things that remind me of really nice times. About my mum and my dad. There's daft little things, it's stains, there's marks in the woodwork, there's, not that our house is rubbish like, but what I'm trying to say is there's marks from over the years where we've played as kids, things have happened. Them marks are still there, you know, in various places. My dad used to make all sorts of things, like, I'll show you one later actually, he used to make hourglasses out of old parts from the old weaving looms. I've still got one in my kitchen, I used to make them, so we found them parts when he passed. You know, but I've still got that, it makes you feel warm inside. So when I put these surfaces on, what I decided to do was, because it's a working surface this, with my family, I wanted them to see something, so I actually use these as chopping boards. Everyone's going to cringe when I say that, but them marks are there forever, and when my kids see them, if they take this house over, they can sell it, they can do whatever they want, they put a new kitchen in, but them marks were made by all of us. So it's a little bit quirky, I know, but that's, so I just, anyhow, I'm waffling. But yeah, so let's just get that in there, like that. It's all going to get sanded off, so it don't matter. Just make sure you push it in the gap, like that. And carry on like that. I'll go under and do the other gaps now, and then we'll be sanding in a bit. It's filled now there. A few more joints there. I've seen some action, this worktop. Look at the state of it. Anyhow, so we'll work our way through all that. Now we'll sand that back. Sand it all over. Get the oil on it, the Danish oil. And hopefully it'll look a little bit better than what it does at present. So this, what we've got in here now is the 80 grit. We'll just hit this with the 80 grit and see what it looks like. Just knock this back. To excuse the noise, it'll be a bit loud this. So there we go. That's the first pass with the 80 grit on the orbital sander with our little Titan budget orbital sander. Orbital sander, eh? There you go. And that's that joint there. As you can see, it's just filled. Let's whirl up. Be alright, it'll all disappear this. That's the first pass that. We'll go over the rest of the work surfaces now, knock them all back. Give them all a good sanding with 80, then we'll get down to 120 and then we'll oil it. Okay? I'm not saying this is the right way to do it, this is just the way I'm doing it. So that's 2 passes with the 80 grit, and I'm going to change it out for a 120 grit, and then Michelle's going to oil it for us. And we always like it when Michelle oils it for us, don't we? Anyhow, enough of that. Okay, so this is that surface that we shown you earlier. It's now sanded back. 2 passes of 80 grit, 2 passes of 120 grit with an orbital sander, Titan, the little Titan. That's the joint that are filled. Well, all them up there are the joints that are filled, but the main joints where the surfaces intersect, I always put a little bit more in. And then when we come down here, I'll just show you this mark here, because I don't think I got it across yesterday. So this mark here, sorry about that, this mark here, yeah, these are the type of mark, and these saw marks, cut marks off the knife, they're the stuff that I want to keep in it to give it a little bit of character. Because they just come out of the factory so clinical, and they look brilliant, don't get me wrong, but I just want something with a bit of character, you know, like the old butcher's block things, them type of things. But anyhow, so all I do, and I'm not saying this is right, I put it on with one rag. That's the Rustins Danish oil in there, and I take it off with a clean rag. Whether that's right, wrong or indifferent, I've no idea. I'm just going what it says on the tin. And we'll see what it looks like when Michelle's going to oil it actually. So we'll see what it's like when Michelle's oiled it, okay? Let's see how we go.
Alright.
Go on, Shell, what are we doing?
Right, I'm oiling panel by panel of the surfaces, and then what I do is I'll oil it, leave it for 4 minutes, get a dry rag, rub that off, and then we'll obviously repeat it 3 more times.
How much time do you leave in between each coat?
4 hours?
4 hours, about 4 hours,
4 hours, yeah.
Depends on the temperature actually.
Yeah, but it does, well, like I say, it'll look absolutely brilliant once it's all done. You can see the difference already from that to that. Like me, you need a good oiling, because I absorb oil like nobody else. I'm very porous, and so are these surfaces, so they need looking after.
So this is it after its second coat. It needs its got to be wiped off yet. This couple of minutes time. There it is. That's the second coat wiped off and dried. Just leave that now for another 3 or 4 hours. To be honest with you, it's not taking 3 or 4 hours. It'll only be an hour and a half, something like that. And from there, put last coat on. Then we can start a bit of painting then, paint the walls. I know you're going to say you should have done it the other way around. But no, we can all get covered up There's not much painting to do, to be honest with you. It's just tidy up where all the plug sockets are. Bizarre, honestly. You move all your appliances from around there and they're absolutely filthy. But anyhow, that's life. Told you get it warts and all here. Well, there you go. Here's the finished article. I think you'll agree it's much better than it was before. And what that's involved, all that has been, that's Rustins Danish oil. It's been sanded with a Titan Orbital budget sander. It's had 3 coats. It's been sanded with 80 and 120 grit sanding pads. And that's the difference from what it was before. It's been filled as well in these joints as I've shown you. If you look at the joints there. And it was also split. Some of these darker marks as much as I can get out without actually gouging into it. Well, I think you'll agree it's miles better than what it was. I think Michelle's done an absolutely fantastic job of oiling it. She's very good at oiling things. So I hope it helps someone, that's all. Let's see where we go. I think we're testing ciders next. I don't know what we're doing. There's all sorts planned.